is looking for an opportunity to have a conversation with you. They have been thinking about you quite a lot lately and trying to come up with the right thing to say. They need your forgiveness. They don't want this to be the end of the connection between the two of you, whether it's platonic or romantic. They want to apologize and they want to do it well. Now, the thing is, this is somebody who is afraid of commitment. So, if it is a platonic apology, this is someone who's apologizing, even though, maybe things got a little bit complicated and things need to stay in the friend zone. But we have a non committed energy here. And it means that they're not really certain whether or not they can do right by your expectations or, the obligation or responsibility they should feel to you because of that connection. So let's call in spirit with a little bit of wind chime time. And I hope you're having a wonderful day. Happy Easter to those of you that celebrate it. If you're interested in a personal reading, I would love to do one for you. My email address is wickedonestarot@gmail.com. It's in the description box in case I said that too fast for you. And you can also find how to become a member and my Etsy shop link if you are interested in some candles in that description box. So be sure to check that out. We're going to start off with the Noisy Tarot. Let's see what else we have for you. What else does this person need to say? Seven of Cups. Two of Cups in the reverse. Queen of Cups. You kind of set the standard in this person's opinion for that Queen of Cups energy, someone who's lovable, someone who is caring and considerate, someone who does the right thing or is there for you when you're having a difficult day. In other words, this distance is making them really have to face how valuable you are in their life or what you offer and how difficult it is to move on without that energy in their life. They don't want to let go of you. We have the Ace of Pentacles, the Page of Pentacles, the High Priestess, and the Seven of Wands in the reverse. I think this person's going to bring you a gift. It could be as simple as, hey, I know you love Twizzlers, so I brought your favorite candy. Or it could be, hey, I know you love this band, so I got you tickets to their upcoming show. I think they have some sort of, if I do this nice thing for you, if I bring you this gift, then maybe we can have a smoother transition back into being in each other's lives. But I feel like right now there's a decent chance that you're going to tell me just to leave you alone, or you're going to block me. They view you as the High Priestess, someone who isn't necessarily super obvious about how it is that you feel or how you would react if this person were to come back around and apologize. So there's some confusion. There's some apprehension. When I apologize, how are you going to react? Are you going to be forgiving? Are you going to be, kind? Are you going to yell at me and make me feel bad about myself? How is that conversation actually going to go? Hello, Redneck Ghost Hunter. How are we doing today? Four of Cups in the reverse. The Hanged Man. And the Hermit. All right, so how can I communicate this in a way that you can't deny me forgiveness? How can I phrase this in a way so that you know what I was thinking or why I did what I did or that I've learned from that lesson, right? They want to be able to prove with that Hanged Man in the reverse that they see things differently now. Now I understand why it upset you, or now I understand why I should have done things differently, or that I could have phrased it better, you know, or could have waited. They want to prove to you that they're different now. But we still have the Knight of Cups in the reverse. This is like, yeah, maybe it's better than it was, but it's still not great. Like maybe this is somebody who won't cheat on you now, but they're still going to self-sabotage and run away. There's still more that needs to be dealt with. Does that mean you can't forgive this person? No. But if this person's coming back around and they want your forgiveness so that they can be with you, then my answer would be, this is a little bit more time. No. Forgive, but stay single or avoid this connection. Because I think this is someone who's obsessing over wanting that forgiveness and obsessing over having another chance with you without acknowledging that there's still a lot of work left to do, or there's still something that they need to be working on. They would repeat the same mistake is what I'm seeing. All right, so this is the Shadowscapes Tarot. Hello, Rick. How you doing? Hello, you gotta be joking. Oh, is your name actually Sasquatch? What's up? How's the quatchin'? So we've got the Nine of Pentacles, the King of Swords, and the Seven of Cups in the reverse. Okay. They're listening to their intuition, so that's good. I do think there's a focus on, I have to be honest. I can't just like say what I think you want to hear, because that would just cause problems down the line. I think they're paying close attention to their intuition with regards to what to say and how to say it to maximize the chances that forgiveness happens and that they can actually get, you know, access back into your life. Hello, Eric. How are you doing today? The Devil, the Seven of Pentacles, and the Two of Cups with the Magician. So, yeah, I think there is love here. I do think there was a breakup or a falling out. Maybe you weren't exclusive. And maybe for some of you, this is a friendship where you had a falling out because one person wants to be in a relationship but can't do right by it. There's complications here, and they are still pretty complicated. The things that need to be healed, the things that need to be fixed, there's still more that needs to be done. So this Seven of Pentacles for me is a sign that somebody has made progress, but there are still issues here. There's still insecurity, or there's still, you know, too much temptation. I'm still not over my ex. Or maybe they struggle as far as some problems they've had with their family or their current obligations. But this is someone who's trying to like manifest a relationship with you, or get this forgiveness and then get a second chance with you. They got this love. Look at the cute little heart hanging. But they're not ready for it. They're not ready to like act on it. Hello, Elena. How are you doing? Hello, James. Happy Easter. The Hierophant, Temperance, and Justice. Wow, that's some heavy energy. But I would also argue it's positive energy, because we got someone who's realizing, I need to do right by this person. If I want another chance, if I want them to trust me and take me back, then I need to make sure that I am doing right by the morals and principles that I have. I need to make sure that I'm communicating honestly. I need to make sure that I am letting this person know what I have learned. Do they have good intentions? Yes. But I don't think they're being honest with themselves about what still needs to be addressed. Five of Swords. Queen of Swords in the reverse. Queen of Pentacles in the reverse and the Eight of Swords. Yeah, so the thing is, there's still some blindness here or still some unwillingness to accept that they are unable to be in a commitment energy or to, you know, stick around for a long-term relationship. Hello, Unida. I hope you're having a good day. Hello, Gabriel. How are you? So we've got insight for talking stage with Audrey and Savannah. I got that added for you. Thank you, Unida. Hello, Jamaica. How are you doing? Yes, happy Easter. So look, this is saying basically you don't know what you don't know, or you're ignoring what it is that still blocks your possible connection or love with this person. And when I say you, I don't actually think this is you. I think this is someone who is looking to come back around and speak with you. But take it how it resonates. Some of you may more so resonate with the Hermit than the Queen of Cups. But we have the Hermit who's coming back around and wants to express an interest in you and apologize. And they're looking at you as the Queen of Cups, someone who is beloved, someone that they want to be good to. I just don't know that they have done all of the work that they need to, or like healed from the things that need to be healed from. So be a bit cautious. Make sure you're leveraging that discernment and that intuition. If you can sense that there are still some issues, I mean, it says they're still afraid of commitment. If they're talking about getting into a commitment with you, I don't think they're ready. But they might tell you that they are ready. We have Empress, Seven of Wands in the reverse, and Justice. Justice is clarifying justice, so I do very much so like that. Okay, so we have balancing of data or information to try to determine, am I going to forgive this person? So they're showing up, they're doing something to demonstrate that they care. Maybe they're bringing a gift, maybe they're hugging you, maybe they're telling you that, you know, they shouldn't have said those things, or if I had it to do over again, here's how I would have handled it so that it would have been better. They're making their effort here. They're making their attempt and hoping that things can move forward. We have the High Priestess, the Queen of Swords in the reverse, clarifying the Queen of Swords in the reverse, which, if I'm right, I think the probability on that is less than 1%, so that's kind of insane. But we've got someone who has been secretive about what has actually been going on. This could indicate that they've been secretive about how they feel or the fact that they've been missing you so much. But it could also be that they're coming back around to tell you that they miss you and they're keeping something secret from you about their current situation. Ace of Swords, Six of Pentacles, and the Emperor. This is your energy, the Emperor. This is saying be cautious before you let this person have access back into your life again. Make sure you have some sort of a litmus test or some sort of a way to determine whether you can actually trust this person, because there have been some mistakes made, right? Hello, Ryder. How are you doing? We have Strength in the reverse, the Hanged Man, and the Six of Cups in the reverse. There are still some immature behaviors, patterns, or habits that the Hermit needs to deal with. they give in to temptation, or they have a perception of your relationship or connection, or maybe even of themselves that needs to be updated. They are going to repeat some behavior, or there will be arguments that happen again because the work is not done, because they have not actually dealt with those things, right? No, I have not. Why would I ponder that? There are so many other things out in the world. Drew, don't be weird. On Easter, no less. What? And I don't know what you're talking about, Donnell. I really don't. What are we going for? I just, like, are you just looking for places to post weird stuff? I don't know, man. I'm confused. So... Oh, so you're saying whether or not I am? Oh, God, no. No, 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 no. Drew. No, 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 no. Definitely not. I'm pretty sure the Messiah would be able to make much tastier enchiladas. We have the Knight of Cups, and we have the Three of Cups in the reverse. I think this is you being advised to decline an invite or not let things get carried away. Maybe you go and you have a beer, or you drink a cup of coffee with this person, or you grab, you know, some dinner with them. That's cool. You can get caught up, whatever. But if this is someone who is literally trying to get you to jump into a relationship or go on a few dates, I'm going to be real clear and say, I wouldn't do that if I were you. They ain't ready. Nope, please don't. Three of Cups in the reverse means this person would get distracted by a third party, or this person would make you feel confused or uncertain on what's going on. It would be heartbreak or frustration. Fool in the reverse, Magician in the reverse. Why? Because they ain't ready. They don't know how to do it. That's cute and all. You got feelings, you got some love for someone. Maybe you even got, like, you know, some attraction or some physical needs. That's cool. But you still don't know how to commit. So, you know, you ain't ready yet. Don't let them back in. Just don't. At least, like, maybe forgiveness is a thing. Maybe we can bury the hatchet. Maybe we can forget the thing that we argued about, or move on, be friends. That's fine. But if this person is full on saying, like, why don't you forgive me, and then, like, let's be dating and, like, committed to each other again, nope. Sorry. It's real sweet of you to offer and everything, and you look really great in that outfit and everything. But my tarot reader told me that you're still a problem. Yeah, it's still clowning around apparently. So it's just, I can't do it. Sorry. Sorry. Hello, Shade. How are you doing? Let's keep it to lowercase letters if you don't mind, Shade. And also make sure to park your judgments at the door, please. Hello, James. Hello, Trilobite. How we doing? Hello, James. Hello, JD. What's up? Hello, Idris. How we doing? This is the Love Oracle. What else do we have? Loyalty, trusting, reliability, and believing. They want to inspire belief. They want to get you convinced that they have the ability to be loyal to you. And guess what? They do. They have the ability to be loyal to you. The question is, for how long? Because they don't really have it all worked out. So it's like somebody saying they'll be able to call you at 10 p.m., but they're out with their friends and they don't have their charger and their phone's on 2%. No, they ain't. Maybe they have the best of intentions. They won't call you at 10 o'clock. But if they don't have their number or your number memorized and they call you from a different phone, I don't know, man, because their phone's going to die. This is someone who wants to do right by you. This is someone who wants to be good to you. This is someone who wants to be loyal to you. But when it comes to actually doing it, when it comes to actually making the choices, that doesn't seem to necessarily extend to how things actually happen. This is someone who seems to have a problem with regards to understanding themselves or following through on a decision, especially over the passage of time. So we have running, ghosting, disappearing, and invisible. After a period of time, this person would get frustrated or feel like they had failed or feel like they had let you down, and then they would just run away. Hello, Abdurrah, how are you doing? That's right, James. The power of James times 2. Calling all James. Or should I be saying James? If your name ain't James, then this ain't for you. Should I just have like a James channel? Hello, Jayanta. How are you doing? Oh, thank you, United. Let me add that to your question. The insight on deepening my bond with my cousin Vanessa. On deepening bond with cousin Vanessa. Right, it was Vanessa? Yeah. Now that we've already reconnected. We vibe really well and I want to get genuinely close. Oh, that's so sweet. I like that. We'll dig into that for you. Hello, Shannon. How are you doing? Dr. James? James? Calling Dr. James? Oh, no. Hello, Joshua. How are you doing? I'm doing well. Thank you, Jayanta. Mongo Mike, let's be a little bit more realistic here, okay? Maybe just a good time to remind everybody these readings are for people that are over the age of 18. Mongo, perhaps you are over the age of 18, but I think it's pretty clear from that question that we're just talking about being friends. So let's act like adults, shall we? Hello, Frederick. How we doing? James, I'm glad I made you chuckle. Hello, Lotus. How we doing? And hello, Rachel. We are 23 minutes in. Hello, Umit. What's up? $5 to the James chart. That was funny. All right, what else do we have? Like the cuss jar. That makes sense to me. Oh, man. I really do try to keep it limited on my readings for you guys, but if you heard me talking in real life, you'd be like, dang, girl. We got escaping, avoiding. I swear we just had that same card, but nope, it's the running one. They look very similar. So this non-committal person are hermit, who apparently likes to do things on their own. Yes, they are going to push you away. They're going to block you. They're going to struggle with the long-term consistency of a relationship. So even though they are confessing their feelings, even though they are apologizing, even though they are trying to do what they can to do right by you, and I think even operating with the right intentions, it's whether or not they can follow through on those intentions. They will inevitably revert to, I want to be a loner, I want to be by myself, you have expectations of me, and I don't want to deal with it, right? Hey, Lemonade. Hello, Coral. I hope the evaluations go well for you tomorrow. Hello, Mikkel. Oh, sorry. That's definitely Mike. My apologies, Mike. Don't hate me. Hello, Marsha. What's up? So this person who wants to be forgiven by you, they have been spying. They've been checking out your social media or talking to mutual acquaintances, trying to gather information however they can to feel more prepared if they come back around and they apologize. What is going to be your reaction? Is there anything else going on in your life that they need to consider before they apologize? Because they feel like they've been reaching that breaking point and they really just can't go without you any longer. They're feeling overwhelmed. They feel like they have to do something or they will lose you permanently and never be able to come back around or reestablish your connection. And that makes them feel lost. That makes them feel very sad. And that makes them feel like they need to do something quickly. So the problem is they are moving with a sense of urgency without having done so early enough to get the healing done that they need to. So they feel like they're going to lose you. They feel like maybe someone else is going to hit on you or maybe you're going to move away. But they're not being honest with themselves that if they come back around, if they try to apologize and pursue something with you, they haven't really done what they needed to in order to be able to do right by that. So, oops, might be a little bit challenging. Hello, Peter. How are you doing? Hello, Floyd. I hope you're having a good day. Hello, Ria. All right. Where are we at? 26? I think we need a few from the Hidden Truth. So what does the Hermit say? Slightly different from what does the Fox say, you know? Yes, happy Easter to you, Lotus. So I'm going to add Jessica's question to the list. Thank you, Jessica, for sharing that. I'm sending you protective energy, and if anybody in the live chat can send Jessica protective and healing energy, I would very much so appreciate that. And Jessica, I am a couple of minutes away from starting the personal questions, and then you would be the third person on that list. Let me add Coral as well. Thank you, Coral. No worries, Carrie. How to meet the moment for a challenging group. I have faith you'll be able to figure it out, but let's see what guidance we can get you for challenging group. The Hermit says ginger ale is good. Hello, Michael. How are you doing? Hello, it's Black Magic. Welcome back. How we doing? What else do we have? I left you before you could leave me. So it looks like they're going to have to apologize for self-sabotaging. They did something to create a problem between the two of you because they knew it was only a matter of time before they were going to mess it up anyways. But the problem is they can't stop thinking about you and they really regret how they handled things with you. I know I was a distraction from your pain. And I love you unconditionally. I don't know that this is somebody who feels very comfortable confessing love. I think this would be someone who feels a bit vulnerable or uncomfortable, maybe even like itchy if they have to confess that they love someone. But I do think that they exaggerated some sort of offense that they felt, like they weren't important enough to you, or there's no way you would love them, or there's no way that you would take them seriously. They started an argument or exaggerated some offense here so that they could walk away or ghost on this connection. But the real reason that they ghosted was because they felt real uncomfortable when they realize that they love you, when they realize that they need more, right? Hello, Ike, how we doing? Hello, Joseph. Oh, I hope you find some of those, Rachel. We've got, I'm afraid to contact you. My life is not as together as it seems. These are the things that they need to deal with before they could reasonably be in a healthy relationship with you. Am I telling you to never ever date this person and they're a waste of your time and throw the whole person in the trash? No, I'm not. I'm telling you this person feels a sense of urgency, like they have to come back around and get your forgiveness and then jump right into a relationship with you so they don't lose you, but that's not going to work out. This is someone who still has more healing that they need to do. Is it possible to forgive them and then maybe in like 3 months start dating them? Absolutely. But if they're trying to convince you that they're ready for all of that right now, they're still working on finding themselves. They're still working on feeling like things have gotten back to a manageable state after having some issues. They could have been in a toxic relationship. They could have been dealing with some issues as far as how they view themselves or needing to forgive someone in their family. But they feel better about themselves when you are in their life, and they might be looking for a little bit of a fix, right? A little bit of a make me feel better so I can get through the next couple of weeks because I do still have some more healing to do. It's like, give me motivation. Show me that I'm doing this for a reason. Maybe if they said that, it would go better. But if they're looking to just dive right into a relationship, I need you to be real in tune with your intuition and determine whether or not that's actually workable, because I think there's still more work they need to do, right? Okay, let's dive into those personal questions. We're going to go with the Rider-Waite. So we've got Unida up first, then we got James, and we got Jessica, and then we've got Coral. So for Unida, what insight does Unida need with regards to talking stage with Audrey and Savannah? I'm going to do like focus on Audrey first and then Savannah, just in case there's a difference there. And Savannah. So for Audrey, we've got Queen of Swords, Knight of Swords in the reverse, the World, the Knight of Cups, and the Two of Pentacles. This feels to me like I've just walked in on somebody who is straightening things up after ish hit the fan. Which maybe makes a lot of sense, right? We've got someone who has learned a lesson after being a bit impulsive or reckless, and they are straightening up what has been cast asunder, what has been messy, and balancing things. So with the Knight of Cups and the Two of Pentacles, it seems to me like we've got someone who is realizing that they can prevent this chaos or this like everything's everywhere by being a little bit more organized going forward, or being a little bit more intentional. So this is someone who is recalibrating, re-establishing balance in their life. And I feel like this means things are easier for you to talk about, but it also means that we have someone who is resistant to hearing that there's additional things that need to happen. If you tell me that I need to go and remake my bed because it only looks 90% right, I would tell you to sit and spin. I would tell you to get out of my face because it's just me making my bed. It's not a competition. I'm not trying to impress anybody, and it's just me climbing into that bed anyway. Like, what's the issue? This is someone who may be so, like, feels like I've gotten enough of what I need to be done that I don't really need to listen to anything else. I don't really need anybody's advice, or I don't really need anybody's commentary. I feel like everything is where it needs to be. So we could be reaching a point where it's like, now I don't need anybody else's influence. Now I don't need anybody's input. So there could be some resistance here if you are trying to help, right? Or comment on things. There could be some sensitivity. All right, so with regards to Savannah, we've got the Five of Pentacles, the Fool, the Two of Cups, the Four of Swords, and the Moon. Well, golly, I do like this Savannah energy here. I think this is somebody who has a greater understanding of themselves after a difficult, like dark night of the soul type situation. There's new, fresh energy here, very spring, right? And there's been a consistent focus on healing and dealing with the inner child or that shadow work, right? So I do feel like Savannah has been almost like a glutton for punishment. We have somebody who has worked tirelessly to learn what they need to learn and to change what they need to change. So I feel like this is someone who is quiet or reserved, maybe not easy to engage, but also has been doing a lot of work on themselves. There's still some instability here, especially with regards to relationships, but there's a very loving energy. I feel like this is someone who has solved, like, I love myself. So because I love myself, I know what I deserve, and I'm not going to accept less than what I deserve. Oh, wait, we've got more questions. Hold on. And then we also have the question regarding your cousin Vanessa. What insight does United require as far as deepening the friendship with cousin Vanessa after the reconnection? Seven of Cups, Three of Swords, and the Sun. There's something that your cousin has gone through, a heartbreak or a betrayal, perhaps the end of a relationship, or someone who has, just like really disappointed her. And as of right now, I think it's going to create some confusion, or you might be trying to figure out, like, why is this an issue, or what's bothering you, or what's the elephant in the room. And this is saying, give Vanessa time to choose when it makes sense to talk about that thing, the elephant in the room, or the thing that she's been through. And I don't think you are the type to rush someone anyways, but I do think that there is a desire to at some point have a rather like heart-to-heart, like maybe even kind of like soul-wrenching kind of conversation. Here's what happened, here's what I've been through, here's what I've learned. But the timing has to be her choice. We have the Six of Cups. I do feel like this is a childhood issue that impacted how she chose to live as an adult. And when you talk about this situation, there is rapport built, or there's trust established, because I feel you are able to relate, or you understood some of the story. There's an emotional bond created, and it's because of talking about something that was pretty difficult to get through a couple years back, or even several years back. Hello, Zandy, how are you doing? Happy Easter, James. Have a good one. Okay. So I do feel like there is a lot of comfort that you are able to offer each other. So you are reconnecting at the right time for a reason. to be there for each other. And I like that. All right, let's see if there's anything for James. Any message for James, please? Oh, 2 of Cups, Knight of Wands. 10 of Cups? And the King of Pentacles. My. James, you've got somebody thinking about a relationship. This is someone who I think does not know you extremely well, but is attracted to you and curious about you. So this could be someone who's asking whether or not you're single, asking what your deal is, who you're attracted to, what you like. You know, what's your favorite flower? There's someone who wants to figure you out. But I'm going to caution you a little bit with the Knight of Wands in the reverse, the Knight of Cups in the reverse, and the Four of Swords in the reverse. This is someone who is capable of a long-term relationship, but the problem is they undermine it or they cause drama within it. So it could be a little bit more work than it's worth. So be cautious. With the Four of Swords in the reverse, this feels to me like someone who's interested in you and is probably going to make that clear, but they might still have some drama, like ongoing issues with an ex, for example. All right, let's see what else we've got. Okay. Hello, Luke. How are you doing? Oh, that's awesome. I hope you're having a good day. You're welcome, Unida. How dare you, bird. All right, so we've got Jessica up next. Guidance after a relationship that should have been much kinder. And I'm sorry that you went through that. You are stronger than you realize. What guidance do we have for Jessica, please? Seven of Cups. The Lovers in the reverse. The Moon in the reverse. The Ace of Cups. And the Nine of Cups. So there is still happiness in romance that awaits you. Do not feel like this was you missing your ship or, you know, there's nothing lovey-dovey out there. It's just that there's steps that need to be taken before you get to that. So allow yourself to daydream about the light at the end of the tunnel, which is a new love that is coming towards you. But we want to make sure that you deal with like forgiveness and letting go of things before you get to that point. I just want to make sure that you know when Cher is singing about whether or not you believe in life after love, the answer is yes. There's life after this. There is also more love after this. So with the Seven of Cups, I see there being a lot of choices or a little bit of ambiguity, like which direction am I supposed to go? Maybe you made a lot of your decisions based on whether or not this person approved or liked the answer. But I encourage you to feel empowered and maybe even just a little bit excited about the fact that now you get to be the designer of your future. You get to make the decisions that impact where you live, when you wake up, when you watch a movie and whatever, right? We had someone here who was leveraging the love that you had for them against you to manipulate you and to get what they want. You were dealing with a very self-absorbed or selfish individual, someone who I would guess was really bad at recognizing accomplishments of yours or celebrating your birthday. And it might be helpful for you to write down a list of the things that this person did that were the most offensive to you. Post it up in a place where you can see it, because at some point, inevitably, you're going to be like, man, maybe I shouldn't have broken up with this person. Maybe I should go back to this person. And then you can look at that list and you can be like, no, because I don't want more of that. That's why I'm walking away from this. You are going to have a greater respect and appreciation for yourself, in part because you're going to realize that when you're not doing everything for this other person, you have more time and energy and probably also money to work on the things that are important for you, or maybe even important for your family. So yes, there's some anxiety or maybe even some like sleepless nights, maybe a difficult couple of days at work, but then I see your mood improving. Is this not the cutest little kitty? You know when they do like the little prancing thing when they're walking along? I see you getting a little pep in your step because you start like the fog clears and you start to see the positive side of distance from this person and reclaiming your own energy. You start to realize that there were things this person lied to you about, that they were just flat out wrong. Number one, there will be someone else who loves you better than he did. Or number two, you are amazing or awesome without that person being in your life. I think you start to see much more clearly over the next week how this person was just kind of like a fake or a fraud, and that you have a lot going on for yourself of your, like, it's just you. So independence and confidence, healing, and at the right time, there is a change here. I think this is you meeting someone else. But this is saying focus on yourself. Do what makes you happy. Invest in yourself. Do not get distracted by what other people need from you at this time. Sure, maybe there's a family member or a best friend. You can be there for them. That's fine. But if there's someone here who is trying to make you their new little like puppet or whatever, you ain't got time for that because you're focusing on you. This is you. You look cute and cuddly, but also look at his face. He's like, I'm gonna get you. People might not take you seriously. People might expect you to fall back into the same pattern, but this is the time where you pivot and you create a whole new path for yourself. So, F the haters. All right. Jessica, I'm wishing you luck. You got this. Thank you, Christina. All right, so we've got Coral up next. How to meet the moment for a challenging group. What does Coral need to know with regards to meeting the moment for a challenging group? We have the Hermit in the reverse, the Fool in the reverse, and the Seven of Pentacles in the reverse. This is like showing up to teach an English class where nobody did the reading. Let's talk about the book that none of you cared to read. What did you think about that character? What did you think about that trope? Yeah, oh, you loved it, right? So I feel like this is like pulling teeth. Like people are difficult. People don't want to do what would be making this easier. And obviously patience is important. We have the Page of Cups. You're wrestling with a snake there, right? Like, how can I make sure you don't make my day more difficult? So I feel like you are trying to navigate a process where nobody really wants to participate or obey or follow the directions. But if you show any weakness, any signs of weakness, or if you show that you are upset or that you are bothered, I feel like things just get worse. So you have to pretend that you are not upset by the things that are upsetting you. And with the Two of Swords, it's like, just give them other directions. Okay, you didn't listen to that? Here, how about this one, right? It's like you have to walk uphill both ways. Six of Wands, Knight of Swords in the reverse. And then I see at a certain point, there's some frustrated energy and you're just like, we did what we wanted to do. Here was the goal and here's what we achieved. Now, maybe I had to, I don't know, wear a Mickey Mouse sweatshirt and some Crocs in order to be able to get the thing done. Maybe I had to work at 3 in the morning, or maybe I had to call your Aunt Susie and tell her their pancakes were awful, but I got the work done, didn't I? I feel like there's like, I'm focusing on details that aren't really important, right? But at the end of the day, it's like, but I did what I was supposed to, right? I did the thing. So wash your face. Yeah, this looks like an awful meeting, but you get your point across. You're just dealing with people that are kind of difficult. Like, why are they so negative? 5 of Wands. It's like, I want to prove that you didn't get your job done so that if somebody gets a raise, I get it, or something like that. But the Magician is your energy. You got that third eye energy, or you're like, oh, I know you're going to be difficult, and I also know the exact way that you're going to be difficult. So I'm going to bring some brownies, or I'm going to bring your favorite coffee. I don't know. I'm going to do something here to soften those edges, and we'll get through this. But yeah, they're difficult. I don't really like them. Just being difficult for the sake of being difficult seems like a waste of time, in my opinion. Thank you, Carrie. All right, I'm going to leave it there. I love you all. Happy Easter. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for the subscribes. Thank you for hyping the video if you're able to. And I will see you on the next reading. Toodles.